Good Thursday, everyone. I'm Cyrus Webb, and welcome to Conversations Daily News. Glad you all could be with us. Well, we made it over the hump, and we're in the home stretch toward the weekend. Of course, you have your news headlines coming up on this Thursday with a message from my book, Words I Choose to Live By. And in today's Entertainment Spotlight, you're part of my conversation with recording artist and entrepreneur Shae Nycole, discussing her year in extraordinary success. Enjoy today's broadcast. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with their Thursday headlines. In national news, Biden tells Zelenskyy, it's an honor to be by your side. Ukrainian President Zelenskyy paid a defiant wartime visit to Washington on Wednesday to thank U.S. leaders and ordinary Americans for their support in fighting off Russia's invasion and pledged there would be no compromises in trying to bring an end to the war. President Joe Biden and Congress responded with billions in new assistance and a pledge to help Ukraine pursue a just peace. Biden welcomed Zelenskyy to the Oval Office, saying the U.S. and Ukraine will continue to project a united defense as Russia wages a brutal assault on Ukraine's right to exist as a nation. Zelenskyy, on his first known trip outside his country since Russia invaded in February, said he wanted to visit earlier, and his visit now showed the situation is under control because of your support. For me as a president, just peace is no compromises, Zelenskyy told reporters. He said the war would end once Ukraine's sovereignty, freedom, and territorial integrity were restored, as well as a payback for all the damages inflicted by Russian aggression. The highly sensitive trip was taking place after 10 months of a brutal war that has seen tens of thousands of casualties on both sides and devastation for Ukrainian civilians. Zelenskyy's visit was meant to reinvigorate support for his country in the U.S. and around the world, amid concerns that allies are growing weary of the costly war and its disruption to global food and energy supplies. Just before his arrival, the U.S. announced its largest single delivery of arms to Ukraine, including Patriot surface-to-air missiles, and Congress planned to vote on a spending package that includes about $45 billion in emergency assistance to Ukraine. Russia, Biden said, is trying to use winter as a weapon, but Ukrainian people continue to inspire the world. Later in a joint news conference, he said Russian President Putin has no intention of stopping this cruel war. Biden said it is important for the American people and for the world to hear directly from you, Mr. President, about Ukraine's fight and the need to continue to stand together through 2023. In more national news, storm adds uncertainty to strong holiday travel demand. Concerns about illness or inflation aren't stopping Americans from hitting their roads and airports this holiday season, but a massive winter storm might. Forecasters predict an onslaught of heavy snow, ice, flooding, and powerful winds from Thursday to Saturday in a broad swath of the country from the plains and Midwest to the East Coast. A surge of Arctic air will follow. The Christmas weekend could be the coldest in decades. The National Weather Service said Wednesday the storm was so large and all-encompassing that around 190 million people are currently under some type of winter weather advisory. Southwest Airlines said it has canceled 500 of its 4,000 scheduled flights on Thursday and Friday. The company said it wanted to maintain safe operations for both passengers and crew. At least 145 flights into or out of Denver International Airport were canceled on Wednesday as the city was hit with snow, gusty winds, and freezing temperatures. In more national news, Emmett Till and his mother honored with Congressional Medal. The House unanimously passed a bill Wednesday to award the Congressional Gold Medal to Emmett Till, the Chicago teenager murdered by white supremacists in the 1950s, and his mother, Mamie Till Mobley. The bill, which passed the Senate in January, is meant to honor Till and his mother, who had insisted on an open casket funeral to demonstrate the brutality of his killing with the highest civilian honor that Congress awards. The medal will be given to the National Museum of African American History, where it will be displayed near the casket Till was buried in. In sports, Franco Harris, Steeler who caught immaculate reception, dies. The ball flooded in the air and all but one of the 22 players on the Three Rivers Stadium turf on that cold December day 50 years ago essentially stopped. Franco Harris never did. The Pittsburgh Steelers running back kept right on going, the instincts that carried him through his life, both on and off the field, during his Hall of Fame career taking over, shifting the perception of a franchise in a reeling region in the process. The Steelers rarely won before his arrival in 1972, the moment his shoe-top grab, eternally known as the Immaculate Reception, entered the lexicon. They rarely lost. Harris, whose heads-up thinking authored the most iconic play in NFL history, has died. He was 72 years old. And finally, in business news, pain and few gains for investors as markets slumped in 2022. On Wednesday, though, Wall Street gained ground, turning higher for the week. Stocks closed broadly higher on Wall Street and pushed major indexes into the green for the week as investors welcome a report showing consumer confidence is holding up better than expected. Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. It's now time for a message from my book, Words I Choose to Live By. Enjoy. Good Thursday, everyone. I'm Cyrus Webb, and welcome to Words I Choose to Live By. Not everyone will win first place. Not everyone will get a pat on the back or see their name in lights, but that's okay. Being successful is not always about being recognized as the best. It's always about bringing the best of yourself to everything you say and do in your life. If you can do this, you will be a winner each and every day. There's nothing better than that. Have an amazing Thursday. We are part of my conversation coming up with Shae Nycole in today's Entertainment Spotlight. Stay with us. You're listening to Conversation Daily News. For Conversation Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with Entertainment Spotlight. Recording artist and entrepreneur Shae Nycole join me on Conversations Live, the radio show, to talk about the year that's been 2022 and her extraordinary career. Is a bit of our conversation.
Shae, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Hi, Cyrus. Thank you for having me.
Hey, glad to do it. Look, I saw you on our CBS affiliate here just a couple of months ago, and I said, you know what? We got to get Shae on Conversations Live. And then thanks to Raphael, we were able to set this up. I want to talk about this year for you. You've had a lot going on, Shae, all great stuff. What has it been like for you to see all the hard work paying off this year?
I mean, it's been amazing. It's a blessing to be able to just, when you plant seeds and see them grow. And that has been my vision, and it's starting to come to life. So I'm just grateful for it, and I'm ready to see more coming from there.
Yeah. And you have been one of those people, Shae, I think that people have resonated with for a couple of reasons. One, because of your talent, but also because of your resilience. I mean, you, like others, have gone through challenges over the past few years. What has that been like for you to know that just by your living your life and not giving up, that you've been able to inspire other people?
When I didn't really realize how much I was being an inspiration until, because I was just wanting to pour out music to everyone. But I've always getting people always telling me, keep going, Shae, keep going. You inspire me. Music is my life, and it also inspires me. And it's just to be able to have my voice reach other people. And just what I do in life, all the downfalls, and just come back up. I got this story to where, we on this roller coaster ride and we take these dips and up and downs, but just to be able to inspire people is very motivational to me, and it was just motivating me to keep going. So I know I can't believe how I'm amused to people, and them motivating me back also gives me something to motivate everyone back.
Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. We thank you all for tuning into this edition of Conversations Daily News. We'll have to get on tomorrow to wrap up this week. Until then, my host Cyrus Webb saying, as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Daily News today. Now let's go make it a great one.